Hey, it's Yury Experience, and today we are talking about layering in style. Today will be a pretty short video because most of the information about layering I already provided. Still, we need to talk about that too, because that is one of the main ways how to create a full look, a good rounded outfit. What is layering? I think it's pretty straightforward. You take one layer of clothes and put another layer of clothes on top of that. Maybe you even put the third layer of clothes on top of that one, although I'm not sure whether you really need that. And obviously layering functions differently by different weather. When it is cold, you normally wear more clothes, which is why layering is kinda easier. But when it is warm, you just have a couple of pieces of clothing, so it is more complicated to create a layered look. It doesn't mean that your look will not look good or will not be well rounded, but in that case you have less pieces to work with, less pieces to play around with. Obviously, the colder the weather, the more layers you can wear, because it's just literally cold and you want to keep yourself warm. When it is really cold, you have winter pieces of clothing like jackets, coats, scarves, also beanies or warm hats or however it's called in English. And then underneath of that you can have different kinds of pullovers, cardigans and different kinds of thicker materials, pullovers, and under that you can have thin pullovers or different kinds of t-shirts. So you have three layers. The one the closest to your skin is also the thinnest one. Then we have the middle layer, which is normally made of thicker material, and then we have the third layer, the outer layer, which interacts with your surroundings, with weather and whatnot. By the way, second layer doesn't have to be made of thick materials. It can also be something made of thin materials, but it still needs to work on top of the inner layer. And a good example of thin material, which can be a middle layer, is shirt. How do you choose clothes for different layers? I mean, color or fit or whatever. I've made videos about that. Check my playlist about basics of style. And in addition to that, I will only tell, choose only one piece of clothing with complex pattern or really strange colors, and I would recommend that other pieces of clothing are monochrome, so each of them has one color. It doesn't mean that all of them need to be from the same color, but it can work like that too, by the way. I will try to find fitting images for this purpose, and now, for example, I hope I will find an image of rather winter setting with three layers, and the outer layer is like thick layer. I will try to find an image of a man with t-shirt and shirt on top of that, because that's more or less basic thing to do and it works on a lot of occasions. Also, this image with only two layers, but the outer layer is a thicker one. When it is warm, you don't really have a lot of opportunities to layer clothes, because you don't wear many clothes, the less the better. Still, there are a couple of options how you can still kinda layer your outfit. And here I'm talking about accessories. Although accessory is not really another layer, but through the difference in depth of comprehension of clothes and accessories, people kinda see it as a different layer. For example, now I'm wearing it on my left arm, and through the fact that this accessory is really far away from my clothing, it kinda works as a layer. That is why in summer your best choice are accessories, different kinds of hats, necklaces, some bracelets, or what do you like. Just try not to overdo. Don't use more than, I would say, 4 accessories, except for the cases when it's really your style, but then you also need to match accessories between each other. Summary: layering, in my personal opinion, is an easy way to create a bigger, fuller outfit. Besides that, it helps you to appear bigger, and it's normally considered masculine, and also it can help you to hide some parts of your body which you are not really fond of if you choose your clothes correctly. How to start with it? My personal advice would be starting with some bottom clothes, being it jeans or pants or shorts, and shoes, and then look up and think, okay, what could work with this one? And based on that, choose the inner layer. Then, when you understood, okay, that is my inner layer, go for middle layer. And also we normally don't have a lot of outer layers, which is why I do recommend you to buy universal outer layers. So your jackets or your coats shall be more or less universal for pretty much every jeans that you have, or buy two, for example. And when you started, at some point you will just stop thinking about that. It will just become normal and you will just pick clothes. Okay, that fits me, okay, that looks good together, that's good. All of that needs experience, practice. So start with it tomorrow and you will good at that in 1 month, in 2 months, in 1 year, I don't know. But you will be good at that at some point. That's all. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. I do regular videos about different topics, and next time I will be talking about main hairstyling products. If you have any questions or topic suggestions, please write them in the comments below. I will try to respond to your comments. Also, I will maybe do an independent video about that, or I will read about the topic first. I do not know everything, but I do know a lot. That's all for today, and see you next time.